just wanted to make sure we're still on for tomorrow.
Absolutely. Is a date.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Rays. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the possibility of Jughead and Betty having a baby in Riverdale Season 4. Our previous Riverdale theories have been very popular, and many of you have commented your theories for the 4th season. For this video, we wanted to take inspiration from our followers, and therefore we picked one of the theories suggested in the comments down below. If you want us to make a video about your Riverdale Season 4 theory, make sure to comment it down below. Before we start the video, we just want to clarify that this is just a theory, and not everything is confirmed information. Jughead and Betty have built up a very strong relationship throughout their time together, and the possibility of them starting a family together is very big. But the question is, if it makes sense that they have a child at their age. Well, it's not very common, but when you think about it, both Betty's mother and sister had a baby at her age, so why couldn't she have a child as well? We strongly believe that after Jughead and Betty, together with Archie and Veronica, have finished the farm and Hiram Lodge, they will be able to take it slow for once and just spend time together. When they no longer have to solve crimes and watch each other's backs from potential threats, they will have the time they need to take care of a baby. When Polly and Alice Cooper have been saved from the farm, they will be able to help Betty with her baby. I would really like to see Betty and Polly raise their children together and see their relationship grow strong again, since it hasn't been good between the two of them for a very long time. Jughead's family won't be able to provide as much help as Betty's family, but we're sure that Jughead's dad would volunteer if they ever needed help. Something else I also would like to see is Jughead's sister and mother moving back to Riverdale and see Jughead's baby.
Jughead?
Jelly bean?
Thought I smelled something rotten. Oh, Jug.
There are so many broken relationships that could be fixed with the help of a child, since the birth of a child would bring everyone together. We believe that both Jughead and Betty would like to get their own place, but in order to get their own apartment, they have to start working, at least one of them. Jughead start working with his dad as a crime scene investigator for the police because, let's be honest, you won't find someone better than Jughead when it comes to solving crimes.
Whoever is underneath that mask must have had a connection to Hal and to you, Penelope. But it's not Jason because he's dead, even though his corpse is missing. The one corpse that hasn't been accounted for, and who was last seen by the Black Hood. Check.
When it comes to Betty, we're not sure what she would like to work with. We do, however, have a few suggestions to what she might work with. The first job she could be taking is a job at Pop's. That way she can be around Veronica, and if she has to stay home with the baby, or even take the baby with her to work, Veronica will understand and support her. The second possibility is that Betty will take over her parents' newspaper, and I personally feel like this is the most likely scenario. When it comes to the baby's gender, we have no idea if it's going to be a boy or a girl. Comment down below what you think. After the baby has been born, they will, of course, have to host a baby shower, probably set up with the help of Veronica.
Shower? Are you sure that's a good idea? You know, it is. It's a great idea. What about Mom and Dad?
Well, what do you want, honey? I mean, do you want them to come?
I do. I mean, Mom at least.
During the baby shower, Veronica will give the lucky parents an apartment which she bought with money from her business. It's also during the baby shower that Alice Cooper, Betty's mom, will give Betty the newspaper company. At this point, Jughead, Betty, and their baby will have everything they need to start a new life together. The last question we have to figure out is if Jughead and Betty will be good parents or not. When you think about it, they haven't had especially good role models for how to be a good parent. This could lead to two very different parenting styles. Either they will be great parents and do everything they can to raise their child the right way. The second way could be that they become bad parents because they don't know how to raise a child the right way because they never were. However, this is a very unlikely scenario, and we're pretty sure that they would be great parents. Jughead was mostly raised by his dad because his mother moved together with his younger sister when he was very young. I almost wouldn't say that FP raised Jughead because most of the time he didn't help his son with anything. I mean, honestly, they didn't even live together. Jughead was basically homeless during his worst time in life.
How long?
Well, since they shut down the drive-in. That's where I was living before.
Why the hell are you not living at home?
Truth is, things aren't good at home.
With your dad?
Yeah, he kind of fell off the wagon.
Luckily, FP got his shit together and managed to turn his life around.
I'm gonna get your mom and Jelly Bean home so we're all under the same roof. I promise. But I just need a little time to do that. Not a lot.
And when you look at who he has become, we can confidently say that he is the kind of dad you want. He's not rich and can't give Jughead everything in life, but he would, without a doubt, sacrifice his life for Jughead. Betty, on the other hand, had a very different journey when it comes to her childhood and her parents. Betty had a good childhood and lived in a happy family. This, however, started to change when Betty's older sister, Polly, started dating Jason Blossom, and the Coopers strongly disliked the Blossoms. The reason behind their hate was the fact that Hal Cooper's grandpa was a Blossom. His grandpa was then betrayed and killed by his brother. After that, the Blossom family split up, and the other half of the family changed their name into Cooper because they didn't want to be associated with the Blossoms. It was hard for Betty to understand why her parents sent Polly away to a special treatment home, and she wasn't happy when she found out the real reason. Polly was pregnant with the now dead Jason Blossom's child, and this did not sit well with Betty's dad. At this point, Hal Cooper is starting to show his true colors, and he's thrown out of the house by Betty and his wife Alice. From there on, we can see a big change in the Cooper family, and the happy family that used to be there is no longer. Betty's dad turns into a crazy killer, going under the nickname the Black Hood.
Who am I, Betty? Say it. Say who I am. You're the Black Hood.
Her father running around and killing her friends is something that surely is going to haunt her for the rest of her life. Not only did her dad turn into a serial killer, but both her mother and sister joined the farm, which turns out to be a very sinister cult.
You don't just meet Edgar.
There are certain levels that you need to attain before meeting Edgar. First, you start by meeting a few farmies.
This leaves Betty with no parents left to help and support her. Fortunately, she had her friends, and Jughead supported Betty through her hard times, just like Betty supported him. Now, after season 3, we know that Alice did what she did in order to save Polly. But you think that she should at least tell Betty what was going on. I mean, Betty thought she lost her mother, sister, and dad all at once. As we said earlier, this is a chance for Betty and Jughead to raise their child better than their parents raised them, and provide it with all the support a child needs. Knowing what they've gone through themselves, we're sure that they will be strict parents. They're not the kind of parents that allow their child to do whatever it wants, and they might even be a bit overprotective. That's usually the natural response when you know how dark the world really is. They will be strict, but they will love their child like nothing else. Bughead fans will see how the two turn into parents, and later on in the show, maybe getting married. That's something I would like to see. There is no secret that there are many deaths in Riverdale, and we feel like it's about time they start to introduce new characters that will bring more life to the show. With Charles introducing himself in season 3,
yes, it's no coincidence that your mother and I found each other. You see, I'm Charles, your brother.
And the possibility of a baby in season 4, we can see how the cast is growing again. We are confident that they will get introduced to more characters in season 4 because the deaths are not going to stop anytime soon. We would love to know your opinion on this theory. Will they be good or bad parents? Will they be strict or not? Tell us in the comments down below. With that said, if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Also, don't forget to comment if you think they're going to be parents or not. Leave a thumbs up and let us know if you want us to make more theory videos on Riverdale.